very well, Aunt Augusta.
That's not quite the same thing. In fact, the two things rarely go together.
Dear me, you are smart.
I'm always smart, aren't I, Mr. Worthing?
You're quite perfect, Miss Fairfax.
Oh, I hope I'm not that. It would leave no room for development, and I intend to develop in many directions.
I'm sorry if we are a little late, Atron, but I was obliged to call on dear Lady Harbury. I haven't been there since her poor husband's death. I've never saw a woman so altered. She looks quite 20 years younger. And now, I'll have a cup of tea and one of those nice cucumber sandwiches you promised me.
Certainly, Aunt Augusta.
Won't you come sit here, Gwendolyn?
Oh, thanks, Mamma. I'm quite comfortable where I am.
Good heavens, Lane! Why are there new cucumber sandwiches? I ordered them specially.
There were no cucumbers in the market this morning, sir. I went down. Twice.
No cucumbers!
No, sir, not even for ready money.
That will do, Lane!
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
I am greatly distressed, Aunt Augusta, about there being no cucumbers, not even for ready money.
It really makes no matter, Algernon. I had some crumpets with Lady Harbury, who seems to me to be living entirely for pleasure now.
I hear her hair has turned quite gold from green.
Oh, it certainly has changed its colour. From what cause, I, of course, cannot say. Oh, thank you. I've quite a treat for you tonight, Algernon. I'm going to send you down with Mary Farquhar. Oh, she is such a nice woman, and so attentive to her husband. It's delightful to watch them.
I am afraid, Aunt Augusta, I shall have to give up the pleasure of dining with you tonight after all.
I hope not, Algernon. It would put my table completely out. Your uncle would have to dine upstairs. Fortunately, he's accustomed to that.
It is a great bore, and I need hardly say a terrible disappointment to me. But the fact is, I have just had a telegram to say that my poor friend Bunbury is very ill again. They seem to think I should be with him. Oh!
It is very strange. This Mr. Bunbury seems to suffer from curiously bad health.
Oh yes, poor Bunbury is a dreadful invalid.
Well, I must say, Algernon, that I think it is high time this Mr. Bunbury made up his mind whether he was going to live or to die. This shilly-shallying with the question is absurd, nor do I in any way approve of this modern sympathy with invalids. I consider it morbid. Illness of any kind is hardly a thing to be encouraged in others. Health is the primary duty of life. Oh, I'm always telling that to your poor uncle, but he never seems to take much notice, as far as any improvements in his ailments goes. I should be much obliged if you would ask Mr. Bunbury from me to be kind enough not to have a relapse on Saturday, for I rely on you to arrange my music for me.
I'll speak to Bunbury, Aunt Augusta, he is still conscious, and I think I can promise you he'll be all right by Saturday. Of course, the music is a great difficulty. You see, if one plays good music, people don't listen. But if one plays bad music, people don't talk. But I'll run over the program I've drawn out, if you will kindly come into the next room for a moment.
Thank you, Algernon. It is very thoughtful of you. I'm sure the program will be delightful. After a few expurgations, French songs I cannot possibly allow. People often think that they are improper. And either look shocked, which is vulgar, or laugh, which is worse. But German sounds a thoroughly respectable language, and indeed, I believe, is so. Gwendolyn, you will accompany me.
Certainly, Mamma.
Charming day it has been, Miss Fairfax.
Pray don't talk to me about the weather, Mr. Worthing. Whenever people talk to me about the weather, I'm always quite certain that they mean something else, and that always makes me so nervous.
I do mean something else.
Oh, I thought so. In fact, I'm never wrong.
And I would like to be allowed to take advantage of Lady Bracknell's temporary
I would
absence.
certainly advise you to do so. Mamma has a way of coming back suddenly into a room that I've often had to speak to her about.
Miss Fairfax, ever since I met you, I've admired more than any girl I've ever met since I met you.
Yes, I'm quite aware of that fact, and I often wish that in public at any rate you had been more demonstrative. For me, you have always had an irresistible fascination. Even before I first met you, I was far from indifferent to you. We live, as I hope you know, Mr. Worthing, in an age of ideals, and my ideal has always been to love a man by the name of Ernest. There is something in that name that inspires absolute confidence. At the moment Algernon first mentioned to me that he had a friend called Ernest, I knew that I was destined to love you.
You really love me, Gwendolyn?
Passionately.
Darling, you don't know how happy you've made me.
My own Ernest.
But you don't mean to say you couldn't love me if my name wasn't Ernest?
What your name is, Ernest?
Yes, I know it is, but supposing it was something else. Do you mean to say you couldn't love me then?
Ah, that is clearly a metaphysical speculation, and like most metaphysical speculations, bears very little reference at all to the actual facts of real life as we know them.
Well, personally, darling, to speak quite candidly, I don't much care for the name of Ernest. I don't think the name suits me at all.
Oh, it suits you perfectly. It is a divine name. It has music of its own. It produces vibrations.
Well, really, Gwendolyn, I must say I think there are lots of other much nicer names. I think Jack, for instance, a charming name.
Jack? No. There is very little music at all in the name of Jack, indeed. It does not thrill. It produces absolutely no vibrations. I have known several Jacks, and they all, without exception, have been more than unusually plain. Besides, Jack is a notorious domesticity for John, and I pity any woman who is married to a man called John. She could probably never be allowed to know the entrancing pleasure of a single moment's solitude. The only really safe name is
I must get christened at once. I mean, we must get married at once.
Married, Mr. Worthing?
Well, surely, you know that I love you, and you led me to believe, Miss Fairfax, that you are not absolutely indifferent to me.
I adore you, but you haven't proposed to me yet. Nothing has been said at all about marriage. The subject has not even been touched on.
Well, may I propose to you now?
I think it would be an admirable opportunity, and to spare you any possible disappointment in the future, Mr. Worthing, I think it only fair to tell you quite frankly beforehand that I am fully determined to accept you.
Gwendolyn?
Yes, Mr. Worthing, what have you got to say to me?
Well, you know what I've got to say to you.
Yes, but you don't say it.
Ah. Gwendolyn, will you...
Of course I will, darling. How long you have been about it? I'm afraid you had very little experience in how to propose.
My own one. I have never loved anyone in the world but you.
Yes, but most men often propose for practice. I know my brother Gerald does. All my girlfriends tell me so. What wonderfully hazel eyes you have, Ernest. Oh, they are quite hazel. Hope you will always look at me like that, especially when there are other people around.
Mr. Worthing, rise, sir, from the semi-recumbent posture. It is most indecorous.
Mamma, I must beg you to retire. This is no place for you. Besides, Mr. Worthing has not quite finished yet.
Finish what, may I ask?
Mr. Worthing and I are engaged!
Pardon me, you are not engaged to anyone. When you do become engaged to someone, I or your father, should his health permit him, will inform you of the fact. An engagement should come on a young girl as a surprise, pleasant or unpleasant, as the case may be. It is hardly a matter that she could be allowed to arrange for herself. And now, I have a few questions to put to you, Mr. Worthing. While I'm making these inquiries, you, Gwendolen, will wait for me below in the carriage.
Mamma!
In the carriage, Gwendolen.
Yes, Mamma.
Gwendolen, the carriage. You may take a seat